Welcome to Sunday Prime on Idea TV. We bring you innovation-driven stories shaping Africa and beyond. I am Mary Ojimajo. All right, today's story we're starting with firefighters have withdrawn from the scene of a petrol-landed tanker fire in MINNA, Niger State, citing a lack of adequate water and firefighting chemicals. The incident happened along the Nnamdi Azikiwe Western Bypass near Madala Junction, close to the Niger State House of Assembly and the State Secretariat. The tanker, which was carrying premium motor spirit, reportedly overturned and split fuel across the roadway after leaving the NNPC mega station. According to reports, the tanker caught fire shortly after departure, forcing the driver to move it out of the filling station to prevent a larger disaster. Both federal and state fire service have now pulled back from the scene, warning that the fire situation is becoming more intense due to limited resources. Residents and motorists in the area have been advised to avoid the location as emergency authority assess the risks of further explosion and spread of the fire. In another story, we have anxiety spreading across Nigeria immigration communities in the United States as intensified immigration and custom enforcement raid forced some Nigerians out of the streets, out of their jobs, and in some cases back to Nigeria through quiet, safe, arranged departure. Others are reportedly going into hiding to avoid arrest. The renewed crackdown began after President Donald Trump launched a fresh deportation drive following by his inauguration in January 2025. Civilians' rights group have criticized the operation, accusing ICE of excessive force and inhuman treatment. Officials' figures show at least 32 people died in ICE custody in 2025, while reports in 2026 indicate additional deaths during enforcement encounter. Recent fiscal shooting during immigration operation in Minnesota have highlighted fears, prompting some Nigerians to abandon regular deployment and turn to home-based or online businesses. Communities leaders may be affected too. Immigrants are choosing to stay out of sight as concerns grow over safety, legal status, and the human cost of the intensified raid. In another story we will bring your way this way is at least 4 residents of the Gwarinpa village in Boboga local government area of Zamfara state have been killed after armed bandits attacked the community, setting homes on fire and burning victims alive. The attack happened on Thursday evening with several homes, food stores and livestock destroyed. Security reports say heavily armed attackers stormed the village around 6 p.m., touching buildings and trapping some residents inside their homes. A security monitoring platform confirmed that 4 villagers died in the blast during the raid. The assault is believed to have followed the community refusal to pay illegal levies demanded by the bandits. The incident highlighted the continual wave of extortion-related violence in Zamfara and other parts of the northeast and northwest Nigeria, despite ongoing military operation to comb banditry in the region. And right now, we'll go on a quick break. When we return, we're sure to give you the rest of the stories.
The first innovation television in Nigeria and Africa. Idea TV promotes innovation in Africa to the benefits of society. Idea TV promotes STEM education in Nigeria and Africa. Idea TV brings science and innovation to society. Idea TV.
If you just joined us, this is Sunday Prime at Idea TV. Now the rest of the stories that we have for you today. The chairman of the Presidential Committee on Fiscal Policy and Tax Reform, Taiwo Oyedele, has said the controversial power of substitution in tax law is not new and has long existed in both Nigeria and international tax system. He spoke during a meeting on the implementation of the Tax Reform Act organized with the Joint Revenue Board. Oyedele explained that the previous allows authorities to step in when taxpayers fail to file returns or when declared income does not match available intelligence such as bank transaction, property purchase, or foreign travel. His process involves multiple stages of notification, objection, and appeal, including access to tax tribunals and the court before any formal or final tax liability becomes payable. And the last story I have for you today is a Pan-Africa Leadership Platform Workshop of Wealth, also known as WOW, is set to spotlight women leaders and advance continental collaboration through a two-day high-level covering program in Johannesburg. The initiative is aimed at strengthening leadership, wealth creation, and economic development across Africa. Speaking on today in Abuja, the organizer, Leo Waka, said the gathering will feature the WOW African 50 Women Honors scheduled for Saturday, March 7 on the eve of International Women's Day. The honors will recognize 50 African women whose leadership and enterprise are shaping industries and communities across sectors, including businesses, health, mining, media, innovation, and public service, with a focus on impact rather than popularity. She also said, adding that the event will also include a closed-door funding dialogue on March 9, bringing together African women leaders, investors, and professionals to deepen cross-border collaboration and share economic influence. She said the platform believes to be sustainable and bring growth on the continent, and also deepen partnership, noting a complementary union. The WOW African 50 Men program is also to be planned for on June 6 to promote inclusive and ethical leadership alongside women. Before we call it a wrap, let's take another glance at the headlines. Firefighters withdraw from minor tanker fire over water shortage. ICE raid forced some Nigerians in US into hiding. We brought to you that bandits burned down 4 to death in ZAMFARA attack. We also brought you that power of substitution not new in tax law, OYEDELE set. We also brought to you the coalition to spotlight women leaders driven African. We have more updates across our social media platforms. Do well to connect to the headlines displayed on your screen. I am Mary Ojimajo, and thank you for watching.